Hello and welcome to Truth Amid Chaos, Part 2, Chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. I'm Sri Jana, speaking to you from Bali. I'm honored to share this amazing epic with you. It's a story of challenge in the 3D matrix and ascension to freedom. The Gita represents the foundation of Hindu philosophy because it outlines a clear path to freedom. The synopsis of the Gita is a war between the virtuous Pandavas and the evil Kauravas on the battlefield at Kurukshetra in northwest India. After the failure of Lord Krishna's peace mission, there was no other alternative for the Pandavas but to engage in war for their share of the kingdom. Today, all the warriors from both sides are assembled on the battlefield. Armies, tents, wagons, weapons, machines of death. Chariots, horses, elephants, flags, and tanks cover the vast plain. The enemy Kuru army is enormous, as far as the eye can see. The Pandava brothers' army is small but very skilled. Lord Krishna arrives in a magnificent chariot yoked by white horses to be the driver for Arjuna, the great Pandava prince warrior. The deafening sound of 100 Kaurava conches blares forth suddenly, signaling the battle is about to begin. Then Arjuna and his brothers blow their sacred conches, and the air is filled with beauty and power. The enemy Kuru army is petrified with fear. As the two armies stand ready for battle, Arjuna asks Krishna to drive his chariot in between them so that he might survey the battlefield. He is horrified by the scene before him. His opponents are his beloved teacher, his grandfather, his uncles, fathers-in-law, their grandsons, relatives, neighboring kings, and childhood friends. Confusion floods Arjuna's mind. Should he participate in this terrible carnage? Is it right to destroy one's relatives for the sake of a kingdom and an easy life? Would it be better for him to just walk away from everything? Thoughts rush through his mind, and Arjuna feels a terrible foreboding. Killing his own clan would destroy the entire family structure. Perhaps by refusing to act, he could avoid creating bad karma for himself. Yet, he cannot tolerate the perpetuation of evil in this life or the next. Doing nothing would be irresponsible to his family and his destiny. He would rather die a wandering beggar than kill. So, letting his bow slip from his hands, Arjuna falls in despair and refuses to fight. At every step in the Gita, we find symbolism and parallels in our lives. The field of Kurukshetra represents the battlefield of the mind, a person seeking higher consciousness. We hold a pure wish to ascend, to finish the endless cycle of birth and death, but we find only paradox and confusion. The evil Kuru warriors are itching for a battle that is certain to annihilate one side or the other, or both. This is the battlefield where good and evil meet, truth versus lies, wisdom versus ignorance. Sadly, we see many good people unwittingly lined up to support the evil Kurus. Yet, to transmit that evil and achieve a higher state of being, many of our good Pandava family brothers may die. Even worse, endearing childhood friendships will be lost because of the requirements of adult duty. Arjuna represents our lower mortal self. Krishna represents our higher immortal self. Krishna and Arjuna thus represent both man and God in dual nature. The dialogue of the Gita is God speaking to human beings. Krishna addresses our higher divine self with the intention of lighting a spark of freedom to the spirit. Now, with that preparation finished, I would like to read the actual verses of chapter 1.
Dhritarashtra, the blind king, said, "O Sanjay the wise, after gathering on the holy field of Kurukshetra and hungry for a fight, what are they doing, my sons and the sons of Pandu?" Sanjay the wise said, "Observing the Pandava army standing in military formation, your son, Duryodhana, dirty fighter, approached his teacher, Drona, and said the following words: 'Respected teacher, behold the mighty army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arrayed for battle by your own gifted disciple, Arjuna, the son of your brother Pandu. Behold, in their ranks are many powerful warriors, wielding mighty bows and skilled in military prowess. There are also accomplished heroes and gallant kings and all their best men. In their ranks they also have the courageous friends and great warrior chiefs. O best of Brahmins, blind king, hear too about the generals on our side who are so qualified as leaders, ever victorious in battle. Also many other heroic warriors prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. They are all skilled in the arts of war and equipped with every kind of weapon. The strength of our army is far superior, vast and unlimited. We are safely led by Grandfather Bhishma, but the strength of the Pandava army is limited. Therefore, I call upon all the generals of the Kaurava army now to give full support to our Grandfather Bhishma to defend your strategic points." Then the grandfather of the Kuru dynasty, the glorious patriarch Bhishma, roared like a lion and blew his conch shell very loudly, giving joy to Duryodhana, dirty fighter. Soon thereafter, Kaurava conches, kettle drums, bugles, trumpets, and horns suddenly blared forth, and together their sound was deafening. Then, from amidst the Pandava army, seated on a glorious chariot drawn by white horses, Arjuna and his 4 brothers blew their divine conch shells. All the great Pandava warriors blew their respective conch shells. The terrific sound thundered across the sky like a bolt of lightning, shattering the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, and they were filled with fear. At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, had the lucky flag of Hanuman the monkey on his chariot. He took up his powerful bow and arrow. Arjuna then spoke to Krishna. Arjuna said, "O infallible one, please take my chariot to the point between the 2 armies so that I may see the warriors arrayed for battle, whom I must fight in this great combat. I desire to see those who have come here to fight on the side of Duryodhana, the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra, blind king, brother of my father." Shri Krishna then drew the magnificent chariot to between the 2 armies. In the presence of all, Krishna said, "Master, behold the Kuru clan gathered here." There Arjuna could see stationed in both armies his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, cousins, sons, nephews, grandnephews, friends, fathers-in-law, neighboring kings, and all their kinsmen and well-wishers. Seeing all his relatives present there, Arjuna was overwhelmed with compassion and with deep sorrow spoke the following words. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, seeing my own kinsmen arrayed for battle here and intent on killing each other, my limbs are giving way and my mouth is drying up. My whole body shudders, my hair stands on end. My powerful bow, the great Gandiv, is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning all over. My mind is in a quandary, whirling in confusion. I am unable to hold myself steady any longer. Oh, Krishna, I see only bad omens of misfortune. I do not foresee how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle. O Krishna, I do not desire the victory, kingdom, or any happiness accruing it. Of what avail will be a kingdom, its pleasures, or even life itself, when the very persons for whom we covet them are standing before us for battle? Teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, uncles, grandsons, fathers-in-law, grandnephews, brothers-in-law, and other kinsmen are present here, staking all their lives and riches. Oh, Krishna, I do not wish to slay them, even if they attack me. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, what satisfaction will we derive, even from the dominion over all the heavenly realms? Oh, Krishna, maintainer of all living beings, what pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king? Even though they may be aggressors, sin will certainly come upon us if we slay them. Hence, it does not behoove us to kill our own cousins, the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, and friends. Oh, Krishna, how can we hope to be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Arjuna continued, the Kuru's thoughts are overpowered by selfish greed. They see no wrong in annihilating their relatives or wreaking treachery upon friends. Yet, Krishna, why should we, who can clearly see the crime in killing family, not turn away from this sin? If our dynasty is destroyed by me, its traditions are forever vanquished, and the rest of the family is lost in a world that is against God. With so much vice, Krishna, the family becomes immoral, resulting in a hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family. Deprived of the holy sacrificial offerings, the long-dead ancient ancestors of all of these families will also fall in their quest for higher awareness in the afterlife. Through the evil deeds of those who destroy tradition, all social and family welfare is ruined. Oh, Krishna, I have heard from the wise that those who destroy family traditions will dwell in hell forever. Alas, how strange it is that we have chosen to commit this great sin. Driven by the desire for kingly pleasures, we are intent on killing our own kinsmen. It will be better if the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, should kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield right now. Then Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrows and sank into the seat of his chariot, his mind in distress and overwhelmed with grief. Then Krishna rose and said to Arjuna, "From whence comes this faint-heartedness of yours in the time of danger? These are dishonorable thoughts, not leading toward heaven, but to disgrace. At no time should you entertain such cowardice. It is unsuitable to you. Abandon this low faint-heartedness and stand up. But how can I battle with arrows against my own grandfather Bhishma and teacher Drona, who are great friends worthy of reverence? Better that I should wander forever as a beggar in this world, rather than slay these great and noble men. If I should kill them, desirous for gain, in truth, here on earth, I would enjoy only blood-stained pleasures. Which is preferable, if we conquer them, or they conquer us? After slaying the 100 sons of blind Dhritarashtra, we would not wish to live. Weakness and pity overcome my being, my mind confused as to my duty. I beg you, beyond all doubt, tell me which is preferable, if I should kill them, or let them kill me. I am your student. Please direct me. Truly, I see nothing that can remove this sorrow that dries up my senses, even should I attain unrivaled and prosperous dominion of all of earth and the realms of the gods. Thus, having addressed Krishna, Arjuna said, I shall not fight, and became totally silent.
Thus ends chapter 1. The earthly realm seems to trap Arjuna in duality and a difficult choice. But the the Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to pull ourselves out of the matrix while still playing in it. At the same time, to be aware of the bigger realms, and this makes us free. When all is finished, we want to be able to look into a child's eyes and know we have done everything we can to assure them a good future in all realms. To shift into this level of awareness requires courage and effort. There is no escape for Arjuna in this battle, and there's no way we can run away from our own choice. Here are some questions to ponder, and of course there's no right answer to these questions. 1. What is Arjuna's predicament? 2. What are the conflicting thoughts that weigh on Arjuna? 3. What are the 14 realms of heaven and hell? Are they in physical 3D, other dimensions, or states of consciousness? 4. How is Arjuna's 3D confusion reflected in your life? How do you feel about it? 5. Do we exist in a 3D battlefield of thoughts? If so, where do you see thought confusion in current world events? 6. What internal effort is required for me to move out of 3D thinking and win on the battlefield of my own mind? Thank you to all the higher beings that offer us these lessons. Thank you for joining me. In the next video, we'll hear chapter 2, Krishna's response to Arjuna's impossible dilemma. In the meantime, please be well. Bye-bye.